Good afternoon. Today we will discuss the last unit, that is the 14th unit, which basically deals with the future trends and issues in logistic and supply chain management. Over the years, this concept called logistic and supply chain management has evolved a lot of changes, and has become a dynamic concept, and we find a lot of new trends and lot of new issues have emerged over the last decade. Now, one such say future trends is the collaborative strategy. Most of the companies are going for collaborative strategy in supply chain management. So we have to understand what do you mean by collaborative strategy. Collaborative strategies in supply chain management involve a lot of approaches which are aimed at enhancing cooperation as well as coordination and communication and supply chain partners to achieve the mutual benefits and improve overall performance. These strategies are crucial for streamlining the processes so that the materials can move among the supply chain smoothly, reducing the cost, mitigating the risks which are involved in the supply chain, and enhancing the responsiveness to the market demand. Now, here are several collaborative strategies commonly employed in supply chain management. So basically, when you talk about collaborative strategy, it's basically a concept of cooperation, coordination, and communication among the supply chain partners to achieve certain benefits and improve the overall performance. So, talking about the collaborative strategies, we find information sharing is one of the important collaborative strategy. That means when you share accurate and timely information among supply chain partners regarding the demand forecast, inventory levels, production schedules, and market trends helps in better planning and decision making. Now here, technology is playing an important role, like electronic data interchange, cloud-based platforms, collaborative software facilities, seamless information exchange. These are the technologies which are increasingly playing important role, and it will also play an important role in future for making the information sharing more effective and more productive. So, talking about information sharing, we say accurate share and timely information is the basic objective of any supply chain partners. Another is joint planning and forecasting. Collaborative planning involves joint efforts by supply chain partners to develop demand forecast, production plans, and inventory strategy. By pooling resources and expertise, organizations can improve forecast accuracy, reduce bullwhip effect, optimize inventory levels, and throughout the supply chains. So, collaborative planning involves joint efforts by supply chain partners to develop demand forecast. So, production plan and inventory strategies. Then, very important concept called vendor management inventory. In VMI arrangement, suppliers take responsibility managing inventory level at customer location based on mutually agreed upon targets and performance metrics. This approach reduces stockouts, inventory carrying cost, and order lead times while improving product availability and customer satisfaction. So, talking about vendor management inventory, one of the say basic challenges before the inventory manager is to reduce the stock out and to reduce the inventory cost as well as to say reduce the lead time. And the answer to it is the vendor management inventory, where the supplier himself takes the responsibility for managing the inventory at the manufacturer or customer's location and based on certain mutual agreed upon targets and performance metrics. Then collaborative product development, collaborating with suppliers, manufacturers, and other stakeholders during the product development process enables faster time to market, better product quality, and cost optimization. Co-innovation, design for manufacturability and concurrent engineering practices, enhance product design and development efficiency. So these two are important concepts: vendor managed inventory as well as cooperative product development. As I told, vendor managed inventory is the answer to reduce the stock out and inventory carrying cost, reduce the inventory carrying cost and reduce the order lead time, while collaborative product development is collaborating with the suppliers, manufacturers, and other stakeholders during the product development process. Shared logistic and transportation, sharing logistic resources such as warehouses, distribution center, transportation fleets among the supply chain partner reduce the transportation cost and improve delivery speeds and enhances overall supply chain agility. Collaborative transportation initiative like fleet consolidation, cross-docking, backhauling optimize the route efficiency and reduce carbon footprint. Cross-docking is very important where we can avoid the warehouse, and fleet consolidation, two or three say fleets can be consolidated together, and shared logistic means whatever logistic resources are there, such as warehouses, distribution center, among the supply chain partners, we can share it so that we can reduce the transportation cost, improve the delivery speed, as well as enhance the overall supply chain agility. Then strategic alliance, strategic and partnership. Strategic means long run, we forming strategic alliance and partnership with key partners like your suppliers, distributors, service providers, fosters long-term relationship and enable the joint problem solving. Risk sharing and value creation. Collaborative relationship based on trust, transparency and mutual benefit lead to shared success and competitive advantage. Therefore, forming a strategic alliance and partnership among the suppliers and distributors and service providers on a long-term basis for solving problems or risk sharing and value creation is one of the trend of the collaborative strategy. Then continuous improvement and say performance measurement, implementing collaborative improvement initiatives such as Lean, which is based on JIT system, your Six Sigma, total quality management encourages continuous process optimization and performance enhancement across the supply chain. Establishing key performance indicators, KPIs, and conducting regular performance reviews facilitate monitoring, benchmarking, and accountability among the supply chain partners. So the new trend talks about a lean system, Six Sigma, thereby we reduce the defective items, and also it talks about total quality management, which believes a philosophy, TQM is a philosophy which encourages continuous process optimization. That means the improvement in the process, there is not a full stop. There is no full stop in the say process optimization. It continues till the organization is lost and the performance enhancement across the supply chain. Establishing key performance indicators and conducting regular performance review facilitate monitoring, benchmarking, and as well as accountability among the supply chain partners. Risk management resilience. Collaborative risk management involves identifying, assessing, and mitigating supply chain risks collectively. That means all the partners in the supply chains collectively face, identify, assess, and mitigate this risk. By sharing risk information, developing contingency plans, and building resilience together, organizations can better anticipate disruptions, minimize vulnerabilities, and ensure business continuity. So here he also talks about whenever there is a risk, we have to identify, assess it, and mitigate together, collectively. And how we do it? By sharing risk information, developing contingency plan and building resilience together. Organized can better anticipate the disruptions. Then another trend which is coming in future is vendor managed inventory. Is a supply chain strategy in which the supplier takes the responsibility for managing the inventory levels of their products at the customer locations. In VMI arrangement, the supplier monitors the inventory level, initiate the replacement orders, maintain the optimal stock levels based on the mutually agreed upon parameters such as minimum stock thresholds, reorder points, and lead time. So, I talked earlier what is VMI. VMI we are dealing with detail in here is a strategy, is a supply chain strategy where the supplier takes all responsibility of inventory, that is managing the inventory level of their product at the customer location. Suppose someone is supplying raw materials to a cement factory or to a say paper industry. So whatever raw material is there, he has to manage it at the say customers' locations. So he takes the responsibility to monitor the inventory level of the customer, and he also gives the order for replacement, and he also maintains the minimum optimal stock. That means the best stock which is neither too much or too less, based on there are certain parameters which are agreed by both the customer as well as the supplier. So key components of the vendor management inventory include inventory ownership. That means when you talk about vendor managed inventory, the inventory is owned by the supplier, retains the ownership of the inventory until it is consumed and sold by the customer. That means here, in a vendor managed inventory, the supplier is the owner till it is consumed and sold by the consumer. This shifts the burden of inventory management, including cost, risks associated with the stockouts or excess inventory from customer to the supplier. Effective VMI relies on seamless information exchange between the supplier and the customer. This includes sharing real-time data on inventory levels, sales forecasts, point of sales data, and other relevant metrics. Advanced technologies such as electronic data interchange or cloud-based platform facilitate efficient communications and data sharing. So, first two components of the inventory ownership. Again, I am saying in vendor managed inventory, the ownership of the inventory lies with the supplier till it is consumed and sold by the consumer. Effective VMI relies on seamless information exchange between supplier and the customer. Then there is collaborative planning. What is collaborative planning? Collaborative planning involves joint efforts by the supplier and customers to develop accurate demand forecast. Whenever there is a demand forecast for the product, then it is done jointly by both the supplier and the customers. And production schedule, what time the production will start and what it will end. Inventory replacement strategies, at what time the inventory should be ordered. By aligning their planning process and sharing insight into the market demand and supply chain dynamics, that means both parties can optimize inventory levels to improve supply chain efficiency. Then replacement process, the supplier monitors inventory level at the customer location and the replacement orders proactively. Replacement triggers such as reaching a predetermined reorder point or minimum stock threshold prompt the supplier to deliver additional inventory to ensure continuity of supply. Automated replacement system or periodic review cycles help streamline this process. So here what is from the traditional replacement process where the customer takes all the responsibility of replacing the stock, but in this VMI technique, the responsibility of replacement lies with the supplier, and supplier monitors the customer's level, inventory level at the customer's location and initiate the orders proactively of his own. And how does he replenish? There is a predetermined reorder point, which is decided earlier. Once the inventory level reaches this reorder point, then the order is initiated. Or sometimes if a stock reaches a minimum level, then an order is initiated. Prompt the suppliers to deliver additional inventory to ensure continuity of supply. So sometimes what happens, automated system or periodic review cycles helps to streamline this process. Then performance metrics, establishing key performance indicators, KPIs, service level agreements is essential for measuring and evaluating the effectiveness of BMI. What type of matrices we use, such as fill rate, at what rate we are filling up the on-time delivery, inventory turns, stockouts are monitored to assess the performance of BMI program and identify the areas for improvement. So we also measure whether the BMI is working properly or it is fulfilling the objective of the customers or not. So we form certain matrices or indicators through which we measure the performance. These indicators are called performance matrices, and these are also called key performance indicators and service level agreement. So we judge the VMI by the fill rate, at what rate, on time delivery, whether they are able to deliver the material on time or not, inventory turns, how quickly the inventory is consumed, and what are the stockouts, how many times the materials go stockouts are monitored to assess the performance of the BMI program. Yes. Now, what benefits do you get from a vendor managed inventory? Now, basically, when you talk about the vendor managed inventory level, basic advantage we get is the reduced inventory cost. Why? Because in the vendor management inventory, it is the responsibility of the vendor who manages the inventory. So that VMI can help to minimize inventory holding cost. That means it is not the responsibility of the customer to hold the inventory. As the supplier manages inventory levels more efficiently and reducing the need for safety stock and excess inventory. And as compared to the other managed inventory like the traditional one, where by ensuring timely replacement and availability of the product, VMI enhances customer service level and satisfaction. And it also streamlines the operation. VMI simplifies the inventory management process for the customers, allowing them to focus on core activities such as sales and customer service. So, in an organization, the core activities such as sales and customer service are more important, which is go to the customer, and the inventory management process lies with the, say, vendor or the supplier, so that the operations become very streamlined. Then vendor management inventory leads to very enhanced collaborations. VMI, say, fosters closer collaboration and partnership between supplier and customers, leading to better alignment of goals and mutual benefits. Overall, if you talk about the vendor managed inventory, is a collaborative supply chain strategy that offers various advantages both for the suppliers and the customers, including cost saving, improved efficiencies, and enhanced customer satisfaction. So, if you say what benefits the vendor managed inventory gives, the greatest benefits is provided is reducing the inventory cost, because it is the vendor, it is the supplier who, say, manages the inventory at the customer's location. And it also improves the efficiency of the supply chain, and it also enhances the customer satisfaction by providing the goods in time, as well as by, say, streamlining the operations across the supply chain. Now, another important concept which is very important nowadays in the future is third-party logistics, 3PL. What is 3PL? 3PL refers to the outsourcing of logistic and supply chain management functions to a specialized third-party provider. These providers, known as 3PL companies, offer a wide range of services to support various aspects of logistic operations, including transportation, warehousing, distribution, inventory management, freight forwarding, and value-added services. So, in a single word, or single sentence, I can say that third-party logistic is a strategy by which the work of logistic and supply chain management goes to a outsourced, specialized third-party supply chain provider, logistic provider. These providers are known as 3PL companies, and they provide a wide range of services from various aspects of logistic operations, including transportation. They help to transport the material from one place to another. They help to store the materials in a storehouse. They also help to distribute the material. They also help the inventory management. They also help in freight forwarding and value-added services. So, what are the key features of the third-party logistic include comprehensive service offering. They provide all types of. They not comprehensive का मतलब they don't provide any single service. They give a package of service. They offer a comprehensive suite of logistic services, which is generally tailored to meet the specific needs and requirements of the client. That means they provide service as per the requirement and needs of the clients. This service, as I've already told my definition, is the transport management, warehouse management, distribution management, order fulfillment management, freight brokerage, custom brokerage, and supply chain consulting. So they provide a comprehensive logistic services. Suppose someone lacks transportation management, he provides that particular service. Some may need warehouse and distribution. Some may require freight brokerage, and that means it provides the specific services as per the needs and requirements of their client. Expertise and resources. 3PL companies bring expertise, industry knowledge, specialized resource to manage complex logistic operations and efficiently. They leverage their network of carriers, warehouses, and technology infrastructure to optimize the supply chain performance and meet the service level agreements. Then scalability and flexibility. 3PL services are scalable. You can measure and they are flexible, allowing the businesses to adjust their logistic capabilities according to the fluctuation in the demand, seasonal variations, or expansion into the new market. 3PL providers can quickly adapt to changing business requirements, provide customized solutions to the support growth and expansion initiatives. Outsourcing logistic functions to a 3PL provider can result in cost saving for business by eliminating the need for investment in infrastructure, equipment, and personnel. 3PL companies take the advantage of economies of scale, transportation optimization, process efficiency to reduce the overall logistic cost and improve cost effectiveness. Then technological integration. Many say 3PL providers offer advanced technology solutions and logistics software to streamline the operations. They also help to enhance the visibility and improve decision making. What are the technology they are using? They are using transportation management system, warehouse management system, electronic data interchange, real-time tracking and analytical tools. Then there is risk management. 3PL providers helps businesses to mitigate supply chain risk by offering contingency planning, disaster recovery, and insurance coverage for cargo loss or damage. They also provide expertise in compliance, regulatory requirements, international trade regulations to ensure regulatory compliance and minimize legal risk. So, two important, say, components or the features are technology integration. That means they are using advanced technology solutions and logistics software to streamline the operations. And secondly, they also helps 3PL providers help business to mitigate supply chain risk by offering the contingency planning and disaster recovery. Then focus on core competency. Outsourcing logistic function to a 3PL providers allow businesses to focus on their core competency and strategic initiatives by offloading non-core activities such as logistic management. Companies can allocate resources more efficiently and concentrate on areas of competitive advantage. So this means many companies have core activities and non-core activities. It is better for the organizations or the clients to focus on the core activities like sales, like the strategic planning for the future. They should concentrate more on this so that the company can prosper and the company can make profit. And the non-core activities can be managed by the, say, specialized third-party providers who can do it more efficiently than the company itself, because the company may not have the sufficient, say, expertise in such logistic management, which a, say, specialized company may do that. So by providing that, they can concentrate on areas of competitive advantage. So if they offload, if they get these non-core activities, they can concentrate more on core activities and thereby they can gain the competitive advantage. Overall, third-party logistics plays a crucial role in enabling business to streamline their supply chain operations, so reduce the cost, improve efficiency, and enhance customer satisfaction. So, by leveraging the expertise and resource of 3PL providers, businesses can gain a competitive edge in today's dynamic and globalized marketplace. Then, coming to another trend which is there is fourth party logistics. Is an extension concept of the third party logistics, but with more strategic and integrative approach to supply chain management. While 3PL providers offer specific logistics services, 4PL providers act supply chain integrators, managing and overseeing the entire supply chain on behalf of the clients. Here, an overview of 4PL and its key characteristics. So, fourth-party logistics is an extension of the third-party logistics, but with more strategic. Fourth-party logistics is more strategic, more integrative approach to supply chain management. So, the basic difference between three-party logistic and four-party logistic is that 3PL providers specific logistic services, while 4PL provides or manages as the supply chain integrator manages and oversees the entire supply chain on behalf of their clients. So, first characteristics of this is supply chain integration. The primary role of a 4PL provider is to integrate and manage the entire supply chain on behalf of their clients. This includes overseeing multiple 3PL providers, that is carriers, suppliers, and other partners involved in supply chain to ensure seamless coordination and collaboration. So, one of the characteristics is supply chain integration. This includes the integration of multiple 3PL providers. As I told in the definite difference, the 3PL provide is specific, so there may be 3PLs providing carrier service or other partners. Strategic planning and consulting. That means 4PL provides offer strategic planning and consulting services. That means long-term planning and consulting services to help the clients optimize their supply chain strategies and streamline the operations, improve overall performance. They work closely with clients to understand their business and objectives, identify the opportunities for improvement, develop customized supply chain solution, and end-to-end visibility. One of the key benefits of whole Arundhati will do. Yes. While discussing about 4PL providers are responsible for measuring and managing the performance of the entire supply chain. They establish key performance indicators and service-less agreements to track the performance against the established targets and drive continuous improvement. Technological and enablement, 4PL providers leverage advanced technology solutions to streamline the supply chain processes, enhance visibility, and improve the decision making. This may include the use of transportation management system, the warehouse management system, the enterprise resource planning, and other digital tools. And 4PL also focus on collaboration and innovation. 4PL providers foster collaboration and innovation across the supply chain by bringing various stakeholders and facilitating communication and knowledge sharing. They encourage they encourage continuous improvement and innovation to drive efficiency and reduce cost and enhance customer satisfaction. Therefore, 4PL is a concept based on collaboration and innovations, and it tries to foster collaboration innovation across the supply chain by bringing together the various stakeholders and facilitating communication and knowledge sharing. Then, overall, the fourth party logistics represents a strategic approach to supply chain management. That means strategic approach, a long-term approach where a single entity takes the responsibility of integrating and managing the entire supply chain network on behalf of their clients by offering end-to-end visibility, strategic planning, risk management, and performance optimization. 4PL providers helps business achieve greater efficiency, agility, and competitiveness in today's dynamic business environment. So, the future trend of the supply chain is the fourth party logistics, which is a strategic approach onto the supply chain management, which takes the responsibility of integrating and managing the entire supply chain network, which is a contrast to the 3PL, where 3PL provides a specific logistic functions to an organization. So 4PL providers help the business to achieve greater the benefits I can take, greater efficiencies provide, greater agilities provide, and it also provides greater competitiveness in today's dynamic business environment. Then another concept is reverse logistic. What is reverse logistic? Reverse logistic refers to the process of managing the return, repair, recycling, or disposal of the products and materials after they have been used, returned by the customers, or become obsolete. Unlike traditional forward logistics, which focus on the movement of goods from point of origin to the point of consumption, reverse logistics involves the handling of products in the opposite direction, that is often through the supply chain. So, suppose a product is delivered to a customer and the product happens to be defective and it has to be returned to the producers for say replacement, or it may be for return, or in exchange of the money he has paid he can get back his money back, or it sometimes the products have been used and it has say been returned. So for recycling or for disposable. Now logistics focuses on movement of goods from the suppliers to the origin to the point of consumption, or from the suppliers to the end consumers, whereas the reverse logistics works in the opposite directions. So key components of reverse logistics include product return management. This involves handling the product returns from the customers due to reasons such as defects, damages, wrong shipments, or customer dissatisfaction. Or reverse logistic process may include return authorization, inspection, sorting, refurbishment, and restocking. Remanufacturing and refurbishment in cases where return products can be repaired, refurbished, remanufactured. Reverse logistic includes process to assess the condition of the return items, repair or replace defective parts, and return them to the sellable conditions. Return them to a sellable. So, two important components: product return management. That reverse logistics deals with the management of returning the product from the customers to the various regions because the items may be defects, may be damaged or wrong shipments. Suppose I order one product but I get another product. Customers are dissatisfied. Customers may not be sometimes may not be satisfied with the qualities of the product. Return authorization, inspection, sorting, manufacturing and refurbishment in cases where returned products can be repaired and refurbished. Then recycling and disposable, another concept of reverse logistics. It consists of responsible disposable or recycling of the product and materials that cannot be repaired or reused or resold. This may involve sorting items for recycling, dismantling the products to recover reusable components, or disposing of hazardous materials in compliance with the environmental regulations. Asset recovery and remarketing. Reverse logistics include the efforts to recover value from the returned or obsolete product through resale or liquidations or secondary market channels. This may involve selling returned goods to the secondary market, auctioning of the excess inventory, or selling refurbished product at the discounted prices. So, warranty and after-sale service. Reverse logistics also involves managing warranty claims and providing after-sale support to the customers. This may include diagnosing and repairing the defecting product and using replacements or refunds and ensuring customer satisfaction. So what are the benefits we generally get from reverse logistic management? First benefit we get is cost reduction. Efficient reverse logistic process can help to reduce the cost associated with product returns, repairs, and disposable, thereby improving the overall profitability. We may also get customer satisfaction. Timely and hassle-free returns process can enhance customer satisfaction and loyalty, leading to repeat purchases and positive word of mouth. So, reverse logistics gives customer satisfaction mm, in terms of loyalty, leading to repeat purchases and positive word of mouth. That means the satisfaction of one customer pass on to the satisfaction of another customer. So then environmental sustainability, proper disposable and recycling of the product and materials minimize the environmental impact and support cooperative sustainability goals. Then revenue recovery, effective asset recovery and remarkable efforts enable businesses to recover value from the returned or obsolete products, contributing to revenue generations. Compliance and risk management, by ensuring compliance with regulatory requirements and environmental standards, businesses can mitigate legal risk and protect their reputations. Overall, reverse logistics is an integral part of the supply chain management process, enabling the business to manage product returns, recover value from returned or obsolete products, meet sustainability objectives while enhancing customer satisfaction and reducing the cost. A world-class supply chain refers to a supply chain that consistently delivers superior performance, efficiency, customer satisfaction, enable the organization to achieve a competitive advantage in the global marketplace. So, a world-class supply chain that consistently delivers superior performance and efficiency and customer satisfaction, so that a organization can get competitive advantage. What are the features of a world-class supply chain? First one is agility. Agility means supply chain agile and responsive, capable of quickly adapting to change in customer demand, market conditions, and disruptions in the supply chain. They have the flexibility to adjust production schedules, inventory levels, logistic routes to meet dynamic business requirements. There also visibility across the entire supply chain is crucial for effective decision making and risk management. World-class supply chain leverage advanced technology such as real-time tracking, analytics, and collaborations platform to provide end-to-end visibility of inventory, shipments, and production process. So the first benefit it or provides is, or the components or the features, is agility. Supply chains are agile and responsive, and they are flexible. They are world-class supply chain are flexible. They can adapt to any changes which comes in face of customer demand, or market conditions are dynamic and disruption. There may be some problem in the supply chain, so it should be agile and responsive and quick to make changes or adapt to these changes. Or this also provide visibility. Or it's also collaborative in nature. Collaboration and partnership between supply chain stakeholders, including suppliers, manufacturers, distributors, and customers, are essential for optimizing the supply chain performance. World-class supply chain fosters close collaborations, information sharing, joint problem solving to drive innovation, reduce cost, and improve efficiency. Efficiency is a hallmark of world-class supply chains, achieved through these streamlined processes, optimized workflows, and continuous improvement initiatives such as Lean and Six Sigma. These supply chains minimize waste, reduce lead times, maximize resource utilization to deliver the product and service in the most cost-effective manner. Also, world-class supply chains are customer-centric. It gives priority to the customer satisfaction, delivering the superior value. They understand the customer needs and preferences. They also anticipate demand fluctuations. It also strives to provide exceptional service level, on-time deliveries, and product quality. These are all customer-centric services. Then resilience. Resilience is a critical attribute of world-class supply chains, enabling them to withstand and recover from disruptions such as natural disaster, geopolitical events, or supply chain failures. They have robust risk management strategies and contingency plan and supply chain diversification measures in place to minimize the impact of disruptions on the operations. Then innovation. World-class supply chain embrace innovation and technology to drive continuous improvement and stay ahead of the competitions. They invest in advanced technologies such as artificial intelligence, blockchain. They also provide sustainability. Sustainability is increasingly become priority of world-class supply chains. We strive to minimize the environmental impact, conserve the resources, and promote ethical and responsible practices throughout the supply chain. So, overall, a world-class supply chain integrates best practices, advanced technologies, collaborative relationship to deliver superior performance agility and value to the customers while driving innovation, sustainability, and competitive advantage for the organization. Then green supply chain, also known as the sustainable supply chain or eco-friendly supply chain, refers to the integration of environmental consideration into the design, planning, execution, and management of supply chain activity. The goal of the supply chain is to minimize the negative environmental impacts, conserve resources, reduce carbon footprint, and promote sustainability throughout the supply chain life cycle. Here are some of the key components and practices of a green supply chain. Green procurement. Green supply chain begin with sustainable sourcing and procurement practices. This involves selecting suppliers and material based on environmental criteria such as eco-labeling, sustainable certifications, and compliance with environmental regulation. Preference is given to suppliers who prioritize environmental stewardship and ethical practices in their operations. Energy efficiency. Green supply chains prioritize energy efficiency in manufacturing and transportation and distribution process. This may include adopting energy efficient equipment and technologies, optimizing the production schedules to reduce energy consumption, and utilizing alternative energy sources such as solar or wind power. Reduce emission. Green supply chain aims to minimize greenhouse gas emissions and air pollutants associated with transportation and logistic activities. This can be achieved through the route optimization, modal shift to greener transportation modes such as rail or sea freight, investment in low emissions vehicles or alternative fuels. Waste reduction and recycling. Green supply chain focus on minimizing waste generation and promoting recycling and reuse of materials throughout the supply chain. This includes implementing the waste reduction initiatives, designing the product for recyclability, and establishing the reverse logistics process to collect and recycle end-of-life products and packaging. Optimizing packaging. Green supply chain strives to minimize packaging waste, optimize the packaging materials to reduce environmental impact. This may involve using lightweight and biodegradable materials, implementing packaging design improvements to maximize space utilization, minimize transportation cost, and promoting reusable packaging solution. Supply chain transparency and traceability. Green supply chain prioritize transparency and traceability to ensure visibility into the environmental and social impacts of supply chain operations. This includes tracking and reporting environmental performance metrics, conducting lifestyle assessment of the product, and engaging with suppliers and stakeholders to promote transparency and accountability. Collaborative partnership. Green supply chain also allows for collaboration and partnerships with suppliers, customer, industry association, non-government organizations to drive sustainability initiatives and share best practices. And it also provides continuous improvement. So overall, a green supply chain integrates environmental consideration into every aspect of supply chain management, for sourcing and production to distribution and disposable, to promote sustainability, reduce environmental footprint, and create long-term value for business, society, and planet. Then, what are supply chain agents? We will discuss. Supply chain agents also, and intermediaries or third-party intermediaries, play an important role in facilitating various aspects of the supply chain management. First is the brokers. Brokers act as intermediaries who facilitate transaction between buyers and supply with the supply chain. They help to match buyers with suitable suppliers or vendors based on their specific requirement, negotiate. Agents represent either buyers or sellers in supply chain transaction and act on their behalf to negotiate contracts and finalize agreements and ensure smooth execution of transactions. They have specialized knowledge of the market, industries, and the product categories. Distributors are another agents who purchase goods from the manufacturer and suppliers and resell them to the retailers, wholesaler, and end consumers. They play a crucial role in market reach, managing inventory, providing value-added services, and packaging and order fulfillment. And freight forwarders are agents or companies that specialize arranging and managing the transportation of goods from the suppliers to the customer. They handle logistics, documentation, custom clearance, and other aspects of the international shipping to ensure that goods are delivered to the destination safely on time. Then custom brokers are assisting importers and exporters in navigating customer regulations, documentations requirement, clearance procedures when supplying shipping goods across the international borders. Then there are supply chain consultants. They provide expertise, advice, support to the business seeking to optimize their supply chain operations. They offer generally strategic guidance, conduct assessment, identify the improvement opportunity, implement solution to enhance efficiency, reduce costs, and improve the performance across the supply chain. Then there are value-added service provider, offer specialized service or capability that enhance the value or product and value of the product or transaction within the supply chains. So overall, supply chain agents play critical role in facilitating the transaction, managing logistics, mitigating the risk. Then internet and e-commerce are the recent trends. Internet and e-commerce have made the way business manage the supply chain very easily, offering numerous benefits. They provide improved connectivity. Internet enables seamless communication and collaboration among the supply chain partners. Then enhanced visibility. E-commerce and internet technologies offer greater visibility into the supply chain processes, inventory levels, order status through online tracking system. Then streamlined procurement. E-commerce facilitates the procurement process by providing access to wide range of suppliers and vendors. Then it also provides efficient inventory management. E-commerce platforms like Flipkart, Amazon, inventory management system enable business to optimize inventory levels, reduce your stockouts, improve inventory turnover, real-time inventory tracking, then faster order fulfillment. E-commerce enable the faster order processing and fulfillment by automating order capture, payment processing, and shipment tracking. Global reach. The internet and e-commerce platforms provide business with access global markets and enable them to reach the customers. Supply chain integration. E-commerce facilitates integration and coordination among different components of the supply chain, including the procurement, production, logistics, and distribution. Then data analytics and insight. E-commerce platforms generate vast amount of data that have to be analyzed to gain valuable insights. So overall, the internet e-commerce technology will transform the supply chain management by enhancing connectivity, visibility, efficiency, collaboration among the supply chain partners. So internet can play an important role like enhance the collaborations, help the channel partners to go in for each other's ERP system, reduce the time and cost of communicating, increase the purchase orders and shipping notice, etc. can be received using the internet, enable the shipment tracking, and thereby reducing the uncertainty and so smoothen and speed up the processing of integrating the order request. Availability models thereby helping to send confirmation, calculate lead times and shipment. Eighthly, duplication and paper use can be minimized, limited to legal requirements, and it increases the visibility of the supply chain and enhances operational transparency. So all the partners are capable of conduct business on a level playing field, are not a loss to the lack of information. Thank you. No, so